go.
The
We're
buttons.
live.
We pushed the buttons, Paul.
Yes.
Oh,
The mission is
man.
complete.
I'm finally out of witness protection. Back on the show, hanging out with our friends on a Thursday night. It feels good, man. How you been? You and I didn't even really talk much over the past 2 weeks.
I know it's so weird. Tonight I was kind of like I don't even remember what to do anymore. I don't remember what buttons to press, and I enjoyed the conspiracies while you were gone. That was the best part.
Dude, I love the conspiracies. Drop them in the chat if you had a good conspiracy on why Kevin wasn't here. I love to hear him. Love to get the rumor mill swirling because it's always a good time.
I didn't even get you fired technically, as
No,
far as we know.
Oh, who knows? Who knows? Big things could have been happening, or it could have been super dull and completely uneventful
Yes.
and just fantastic. So, no, we'll get into where we've been and what we've been doing for the past 2 weeks. I think everyone saw a thumbnail. I just got off the phone with Pieter about 15 minutes ago, so he'll be joining us here in a few minutes to jump in and let's just talk about it. Right? We're all adults here. We can all acknowledge when something's going a little to the left. So he's here to talk about it, give us an update. Let fans and current customers know what they can expect and what they found out so far and all those things. So excited for that. But who all's in the chat, Paul? You're good at reading names.
Oh God!
I had to do it last time.
Mighty Whiskas.
I like that.
I'm all right with that. It's got the little icon to match. I'm all right with that. Yeah. I actually saw your note. I think it was, I don't know if it was on Discord or if it was Facebook, but he was asking about where do we go for updates on patches and stuff like that. He's talking about Iconic specifically. And I mean, we'll get into as much of that as we can. John's also been dropping some stuff here and there, but we'll chat about whatever we can tonight for sure.
Yep.
Jay Pace is here.
What's up, brother? Long time no see.
Has
Hope
been.
you're doing well.
Yeah. I appreciate seeing you again. Very active. Also very interested in what's happening with the Iconic situation. Has been advocating for those of us that might be having some trouble. So appreciate that. Israel's here. Good to see you. As always, he was hyped for the show.
Yes, he was.
And let's see. Yeah, we got Josh, our mod. One of our mods is here. We got Johnny Compton.
What up, Johnny?
Yep. And I think it's a new name for me. Tom is here. Good to see you again, Tom.
Congrats on the work milestone. What is it? Glad you're sharing it with us, though.
Yeah, cool.
Huge work milestone. Hey, it's a hard time in history to keep a job and be hitting the milestone. So if you're getting success out there, brother, we celebrate it with you. Good for you.
Maybe
man.
his job is building AI data centers, in which case he's ahead of us all.
He already has 40 million employees.
That's right. Hit the button.
Yes.
Wait, did I get that right?
Wafflehead.
Hit the like button.
Show your support for a Spy Hunter cab.
I like that. The more likes we get, the more chances of a Spy Hunter. Is that what I'm hearing?
They're not going to make it worse.
Not wrong. Vic Vicious is here, as always. Ooh, first question. When will Iconic be announcing the mystery cabinets? That's a good question. I feel like, correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, I feel like until they get some issues sorted, maybe not focusing on that as much.
If I was selling Iconic arcades right now as a retailer of any sort, I would probably be hyper-focused on making sure everything's right with round one before we start getting too hype on round two. So I think that's kind of where we're at. I still know the timeline now, so it'll be fun.
Gabriel's here.
Yes, you made him.
You. Yeah.
Actually made it live with us, man. Good to see you, brother.
He's been going through some stuff, so I appreciate you coming. I appreciate you showing up.
Definitely send love out to you, brother.
Yeah.
Definitely sending you some love.
I agree, Stanzy.
I'm still here. I'm still here, baby. I'm still here.
Yeah.
It's all good. Miss seeing you.
A lot of mourning for
a lot of concern. Real legitimate concern.
It's concerned, yeah. Yeah. Let me see who else didn't I get. Oh, Dark Tech Kelly's here.
What's up,
Welcome
Dark
back.
Tech?
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that.
Good.
Had a week of vacation, which was nice. Did some Popeyes while I was
Oh, we'll need an up. That'll be our first update of the
Oh,
night.
good,
Perfect.
good. Yeah,
Perfect.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, it's content. Let's go. Evening all. What is up?
Tim York's here. Good to see
Dr.
you.
Torque.
Yep, been chatting a little bit, on Facebook and elsewhere. Good to see you. Could this be one of our handful of non-male viewers that we're so happy to see here?
Absolutely.
That's
What's
awesome.
up, Amanda? How you doing? Dude, I think she's been with us for a long time too.
I think
she was
probably
like
for
one
a
of the
while.
first. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And there's always, there's people that are like, they watch but they don't necessarily chat, which is totally cool, and always appreciate folks like that being here. But it's awesome just to be able to chat with people too. So
I think it's actually just a sign of sanity, because if you see what's going on in this chat, like if you're just like, I'm not going to participate in that, like we see you too.
Smart.
We respect it. I get it.
yeah, no, totally. Damien's here.
Place for free cabs.
I mean, that has happened.
It did, like, legitimately has happened before.
Speaking of which, I hope everybody actually got their cabinets. I didn't hear reports of everyone. A couple people I did, but I
I
hope
checked with
everybody did.
I checked with the guy that I sent one out to, and he said he got it. Didn't put it together yet. So
Okay.
I don't know. I either got scammed or he's just like a grown up with like a job and responsibilities and can't just put cabs together whenever he feels like.
They're all up on eBay or Marketplace by now.
Probably.
So just,
I should have just sent him the shipping costs for it.
oh, right.
Just like cut out the middleman of you selling this thing. Bill,
hilarious.
what's going on, buddy? Good to see you.
Bill's always out there with the good content every week. Had an interesting handheld he was checking out this week.
Oh,
That was cool.
That sounds
Yeah.
interesting. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. Yeah. Who else we got here? Oh, Hungry Wolf Guru is here.
Howdy, howdy.
Awesome seeing you, Mr. Murph Dog. Oh, he finally got it sent to Hawaii.
Wow.
How'd you? Oh man, look at that!
Dude,
Holy cow!
Dude, there's like freight forwarding services that you have to use. It's crazy. But Mr. Murph Dog, don't let me forget. I think, and Peter will correct me if I'm lying, but we might have a way to help you out in the future for getting these things to Hawaii. So me and my number one guy over at Iconic are looking at some different packaging options, which should get around that, potentially could get around that that restriction for Hawaii. So we'll talk about that later.
And specifically for Hawaii, though.
No, I mean it's specifically for him because he's in Hawaii, but other reasons. But,
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Yeah,
but as a side effect, it
Yeah.
should also help those folks out.
oh, that'd be exciting. Okay,
Thirsty Thursday. That's
yeah.
right.
Thank you.
Is
for
it
everyone,
straight?
Bill.
Is it straight moonshine? Is it water?
with ice? Yeah,
I don't know. If I say something ridiculous, it was moonshine.
we'll know by the third hour.
That's right. By the 6th hour, there will be no doubt.
Virtual Fighter.
Ooh.
That'd be cool. I would really love some Polygon-based titles. That'd be sweet. Yeah. Who else we got here? Unchained.
I'm
Hey, how
getting
do
into
you?
some of the conspiracy theories.
Oh yes. All
I
right.
love it.
Just trying to catch up. Chip for Brains is here.
What up, Chip for Brains?
Console Fanboy's here. Good to see you. He's here for MK News. I don't know if that'll be happening now, but we always love MK News. I finally saw the movie though. The second Mortal Kombat 2, the second movie. Finally saw that. I could not believe they didn't use the Mortal Kombat music, like the music that everybody knows from the Immortals from way back in the day. They didn't use it until the credits at the very end of the movie. I was just waiting for that to drop during one of the fights and have it just be this awesome fight scene. The scenes
That would be
cool,
like the
but-
climax of the movie, right? Like the
Yes.
final fight, and that's the
Yes.
music, and then everyone in the theater stands up and starts throwing. And
Yes, and you're all hyped and there's like shouting the names.
acting
and finish-
ridiculous.
Yeah, it didn't happen.
Like when Yoda pulled out a lightsaber. If you were there, you know what I'm talking about. that is the moment we live for in the theaters.
Yeah, it was a decent movie, but didn't have that part. So, yeah, oh well. All right, well, I'm just going to zoom ahead a little bit here, just say some names. Stock Jock, thanks for joining us. Don't always see you here, but appreciate that. Appreciate you joining us. And B. Kirby's here, which is awesome.
Yes.
He's been a busy guy recently, so Yeah, in and out, still working. See, there you go.
Dude, he's a
busy guy.
hustler, baby. He's a
He's
hustler.
keeping Chicago running, basically, is what he's doing with the water system over there.
He's
so.
in charge of Chicago. He runs the city. Don't let
Pretty
don't let
much.
anyone tell you otherwise.
Him and his family, technically, but yeah,
His relations.
it's relations.
Don't
Right,
talk about his business, Paul.
right. Sorry, yes.
Yeah, you
broke
need
the
to
code.
talk about his business. All right?
Broke the code. I'm gonna pull this one up just because I don't recognize the name, but appreciate you joining us tonight. So thanks for being here.
Burner.
Yeah.
Oh, Amanda has a request. Can we wish her husband Paul a happy late birthday? He's watching. Happy
cool.
birthday, Paul.
Yeah. Happy birthday, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Doing
yeah.
shout out. Oh, we should start doing what is it, Cameo? Where people can get you to like record a personal birthday message to somebody or something.
You have to be famous for that to work. I think that's the deal. So we're not.
For a virtual high five, we will record a video reading any script that you want.
Too soon. Here's some good news. Striker Cage has no issues with his iconic cabinet, which I am thrilled to hear because it sucks when you do. So I'm glad you don't.
That's right.
Yeah, that's good though. I appreciate you reporting that. Andy Anonymous, maybe not as anonymous as he should be if he's using his first name, but
It's a start.
yeah, power cycling the monitor while the cab was on, and then power cycling the cab fixed the sound issue. I'm curious how long you've had sound after doing that fix. That seems to be the problem is they don't hold, and we'll get into more.
Power cycle the monitor while the cab
Yeah.
was on, and then power cycling the cab. Interesting.
I think that was one of the fixes that he told Mike B to try, and I think I can't remember which one actually worked for him, but ultimately they always fall back. They end up not working after a few days. So
Paul? Wouldn't it be cool if we could get somebody on the show at some point this evening to actually talk about that there might be a real fix in the near future? Like,
if only we knew somebody. Though.
if only we knew somebody. I wish my phone had such valuable contacts in it.
Oh, Israel says he's missing the hair. Yeah, but this is your summer dew, right?
Yeah, this is the summer dude. Hey man, this is a thick head of hair. It gets real oily. It's hot and humid in Nebraska. I just got to shave it off. Otherwise, I can't do anything.
I don't blame you.
Kevin's back. Kevin and Paul both back.
First super chat of the night. Thank you, console fanboy. Damien makes 3D printed models of. Oh, interesting. That's actually
Nice.
cool information I did not know.
Dude, I love seeing what people do with 3D printing. I think that's like a fun, like that's a hobby that you can bolt on to a lot of these other hobbies that we have. Not like Warhammer, because that would be totally illegal, but lots of fun stuff you can do with 3D printing. Drop a link, console fanboy, for where we can find that stuff. I definitely want to. If we can support somebody's little side hustle here, I'm all for it.
One of my kids wants a 3D printer, and they're 11, and I'm kind of like right on the verge of wanting to do that for them.
Do
it.
But
they're gonna print out so many stupid little figurines. We're just
Dude,
gonna
you're gonna have 1,000 dragons that like
yes.
just like
exactly.
or fidget spinners.
Yeah, right. And the amount of filament that we're going to go through.
Oh, but here's the thing, Paul, is they're going to get sick of it in like 15 days, and then you have a 3D printer. So that's kind of the strategy I took.
I like that. Okay, that's good. That's
awesome. Good. Wafflehead's going to move to Hawaii now.
Oh, man. Did I catch up? Let's see. Oh, Phoenix X80. Hello, ladies and gents. James Hates Everything is here. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I saw Vic Vicious had a call out for me. Vic Vicious, if you email me or reach out to me like ahead of which one you're going to buy, I just have to reach out to my customer service team and have them provide like a one-time discount code. So it has to be like a real-time thing. I don't have a code in my back pocket. They'll create it on the spot, and then we can use it. So
that's cool. I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. So I did for military discounts. I'm all for that.
Nice.
I'm all for that. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's very cool. Just a few more. Steps is here. Good to see you, Steps. I know very interested in our special guests' information, so we'll definitely get to that very shortly because our special guest is up very late to accommodate us.
I know, right?
James Hates Everything is here, and it's awesome to see you. I know he's here for the deets as well.
All right. Well, he's not going to hate it.
So
he's not going to hate it. James loves everything tonight.
Altered Beast. Who else did I miss? Steve's Retro Gaming. Drake Gott's here. Okay, I think we're close enough to being caught up. Oh, okay.
All right, so console fanboy, he's got shorts on some of those 3D prints, but
Oh, I must not have. Okay, I must not have caught him. I have to go back and look for them.
that's cool. That's cool. He just
Yeah.
said he just said he didn't have any links, but check out console fanboy if you want to see some 3D prints and some paint jobs and Mortal Kombat and all the stuff. So, Biggie D, see you in there, man. We'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll talk. We'll
Yeah,
talk, bud.
you have been here since the beginning. I do appreciate that for sure.
Awesome. I'm going
Okay.
with shine that Kevin's drinking. You don't sip water. That's right, Fret Burner. That's right. Well, Paul, we invited a very special person on the show tonight, and it may or may not be 2:00 in the morning for that very special person. So before said person falls asleep, why don't we try bringing him in? And no, you don't want to come in anymore, Peter? You want to stay in the background?
We'll bring him in.
Awesome.
The man who never sleeps.
The man who never sleeps. He's in his living room right now. It's obviously a nightclub.
Yeah, that's for the other project, Kevin.
Yeah, that's right.
Tiesto.
Yeah, if you didn't buy Tiesto's headphones yet, I'll give you a link. They're awesome headphones. So
Good
Peter.
Good evening, everybody.
For anyone who doesn't know Peter, do you want to just do a quick introduction, who you are and where you work, where you're from?
Yeah. I'm Pieter van den Bosch. I live in the Netherlands. I'm CEO and founder of Eldohm, company Eldohm. Eldohm has a partnership with Medion, the German company in consumer electronics. And in that partnership, we launched the brand Iconic Arcade. We have been in the business for over 25 years, Medion even longer. Medion is the partner for consumer electronics. They're like IT products specialists. Household. We have been doing electronic toys and consumer electronics for a long time as well. So that's how we operate. I'm based in the Netherlands. We have our headquarters in the Netherlands and our company in Hong Kong as well with local people and people in China. So we produce all our goods in the factories in China and we ship to retailers worldwide and also great distributors like Spreetail. And I need to get that summer haircut as well.
No. You, sir, are blessed. No, that head of hair of yours, you are blessed. Peter, I think I speak for everyone in America when I say the number one question is why couldn't you guys beat Japan in the World Cup?
Yeah, that's I didn't expect that question.
That's the
prepared.
double. We did a poll, and that is all people want to hear about. Why?
I think the answer is very simple because Japan has a very strong team.
There they are.
That's the answer, right?
It was a great game, though. That was a great game to watch. That was definitely exciting.
We've got some fans over here that were rooting for your team. I work with a guy. His last name is Vander May. You can guess he's from your neck of the woods, and his whole family gets dressed up, do the face paint, the whole thing, with your team colors. And so they're probably very disappointed now too. But
well, I think everyone who now that we all have the Iconic Arcade, I think all of us are going to be rooting for the Netherlands unless they're playing against the U.S. Like we'll all just be proxy Netherlands fans going forward.
You need your orange stuff, right?
Yeah, we need orange. Everyone needs orange.
See, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, Canada just destroyed Qatar. Qatar just racked up so many red cards in one game that it was absolutely ridiculous. They broke a dude's leg.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Wow.
Like the guy's leg wasn't straight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was rough looking. It was not a good thing.
I thought you were talking about some of these like fakes where they like kind of like fake an injury like just to get a penalty. Oh, wow.
It was for like one of the worst injuries you'll see in soccer. It had the lowest drama for the person who received the injury. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like someone will get like their foot like tripped over and it's like,
right.
You know? And this guy's just like,
this was real.
But meanwhile, his leg is at an angle, right? So just absolutely wild.
Some of those guys like in the go ahead, Peter.
No, then we think we have problems, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
That's compared to that is
Yeah, tell me about that Excel spreadsheet that really gave you a hard time today. And like,
yeah, exactly.
then this guy will tell you about his day at work.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I watch those guys on UFC, and I can't believe sometimes they must have so much adrenaline. Their arm will be like backwards, hanging off, and they're like,
I'll have to
yeah,
use my
after the
oth-
fact.
I'll
Yeah.
have to use my other arm for the rest of the fight.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. Speaking of painful things,
Speaking of painful things, Peter, the iconic arcade launch has been rocky in some ways. So appreciate you coming here. Obviously,
100%.
this is it's great that you're coming on and you're willing to talk to people about what's been going on and everything else. So for people who aren't aware, there has been an issue that's been bubbling up a little bit more that we're seeing where there's either screen issues. And the colors are going out, or the color wash is out completely. I know Paul's had that. I've only had the white wash that you've mentioned, and there's also the sound issue that people have experienced where sound goes completely out. So, Peter, I know you guys have been aware of this. So, could you just kind of speak to the people? You're the brand.
Yeah.
This is your product. Speak to the people, Peter.
Yes, thank you for giving me the time to speak to the people. First of all, very sorry that this happened. I know it's uncomfortable if you have a great product like that and you're excited that you have issues with the screen or the sound. Some people have it more often than others. Some people don't. I think most people don't have it, which is great. I'm happy about that. But for the people who have it, it's not nice. We understand that. We've been working since day one that we received the complaints for a solution. So every day our teams are on top of providing a solution. It has not been easy. It took a while, but we found the cause, so we know what's happening, and currently we have a new software version for the monitor. So it's the firmware of the monitor where it goes wrong. So we have a new version. It's running in test currently, and we expect that this will solve the issue because we excluded the cause in the new firmware. So it should solve, but with software teams, they want to test to make sure. So we're going to run a few more days, the test a few more days. The Medion team in Germany, they have a very big software team, very professional software team. They work with the Pi foundational software. They work on Android. They work on Microsoft. So it's a big team with a lot of knowledge. The Pi Foundation is involved. Their software engineers are involved and also helping. So we expect this is the solution, what we have now. Give us a few more days. Give the software team a few more days. Because I would like to say now, but give the software team a few more days. We need to listen to them. And in parallel, we are working on a way with the Pi Foundation and the vendor of the monitor to create a way to push the firmware via an over-the-air update. So the ideal situation we're looking for is we're going to send an update to the machines, like you have seen before, an update, and it will include an update for the monitor, and then everybody will be happy and no more issues. We don't know yet if we can execute the over-the-air update. Technically it's possible, but we are now finding a way to build it. So hopefully we can find that solution, because we want to make it easy for everybody. That's the easiest way. You just sit back, get the update installed, and you're fine. If not, we will help anyway. We will solve the problem no matter what for everybody. So whatever it takes, we will solve the problem. If it's sending monitors to the people who have the issue, we will do it. If it's something else we need to do, we will do it. So that's a statement I want to make. That's what our company, Eldohm, Medion company, always did and always will do. So Iconic Arcade will do the same. If we, I think for 1.5, 2 more weeks between now and 2 weeks, we want to send updates to all the people who send a ticket every 3-4 days. Update them what's the status, and if it's going to take too long, we will reach out to everybody and give them another solution. Even though the update might be ready later, still, if it's going to take too long, we're going to reach out and ask if they want to be served earlier and offer a solution. That's our current plan. But make it easy for everybody is our goal. If
Awesome.
not, we'll solve it.
I would say, it's great to hear it, that it sounds like you're making progress. I'd be curious once the solution is actually arrived at. There are tech guys on here that would love to just, hey, what went wrong? Like just out of curiosity.
Right.
Today's probably not the day for that because I'm not a superstitious person. But if you tell me what caused it, it will disappear and it will be something else. So we don't want to say that out loud yet. But
Well, it is interesting that it affected, because it sounds like it's not a hardware issue. Do I understand that correct? So
Correct.
it sounds like it's a software thing, which I find interesting because I'm curious as to why the software may have worked correctly in some instances, but not others. Like hardware, you would kind of expect a certain amount of defects. Software, you expect to just be the same. So you'd either have them all fail or none fail. So I know that we don't necessarily want to go into all the technical details, but I'm curious about how you determined that it was just software.
Yeah, I think once it's fixed, we will give you the details.
Okay.
But it's there's somewhere there's a trigger. Something triggers the current monitor's software at a certain point.
Okay.
That's what it is. The full details I want to give to you once we got the fix, and then of course I understand all the software people, the IT people in this chat and in the community. They are just curious to know what it is, but then I will get a full briefing from the software team. We will get you the full explanation what happened.
Okay. Fair enough. But we can say
I know some details, but I'm not a software guy, so I don't want to. I don't want to say too much because there's probably so many software experts here on the
100%.
show that they're gonna blame me later for.
They will.
saying
They will.
stupid things.
If you try to give a software explanation without being a software guy,
Oh,
they'll dig
will
in
kill
and
me.
they'll be like, no, that doesn't make any sense.
So,
Like, I
well,
know.
yeah.
so let me just say, is it fair to say then that we've pretty much, and by we, I mean you guys, have pretty much ruled out that it's not an HDMI cable issue, it's not an issue with the Pi or the SD card or the build or any of that. It's isolated to the monitor as far as you know.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
And software only.
Right. Well, and I'm curious too because the Pi 5 is a model of the Pi that requires the audio to go out through the HDMI into the monitor to do the work of splitting the audio and video. Some other Pi models didn't require that. They had a separate audio output.
Correct.
So I know some people have talked about, could you just, for instance, put on one of the little USB adapters and get sound out that way? And maybe this is beyond the scope of today's conversation, but there were other people that asked, why didn't you split the audio a different way? Why did you do it through the monitor?
I'm not sure if we have a free USB port. First of all, I think there was something
Okay.
because we
yeah.
use the 2 ports in the front, and we have the
the
USB
port
ports
controls.
for the exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And second, we had this generic iconic arcade cabinet in Europe and Canada before, and we shipped like I think 20,000 pieces, 25,000 pieces of those, and we also had the audio via the HDMI, and we never had issues there. So it's something that should work properly until some other software makes an issue out of it.
Okay.
So,
That's wild. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's good to know that it's isolated, and it sounds like from what you said, it'll in theory address both the audio and the visual issues for those of us that have had both.
Yeah, as we see it now, yes, but the Pi Foundation is still looking further into the audio part, see if there might be something else. But until now, we expect it's with firmware, it's one. Those are related to the same issue,
Okay.
the same cause, Yeah.
Are you this? I hadn't asked you this yet, but are you seeing enough? Are you seeing enough issues coming through that we should, in the short term, take the listing down until the software issues are resolved, or is it a small enough portion? And do you think you're close enough to the fix? I support the business either way you want to go with it. That's your call to make. But I'm just curious if you're seeing enough where you're like, hey, why don't we take it down for a week or two, and then once we have the fix out, and it's included in the day one, sort of like you turn it on and it boots. What are your feelings there? No right or wrong answer, Peter. I support you either way.
I get it, and I've been in the business 25 years, as I said, so I've seen many cases. In business with products, especially new developments, always something can happen, right? So we've been through many situations where you need to solve it, and as I said, we're gonna solve it anyway, no matter what. But in this case, we now have around 5% of the users with this issue, and some of them they don't have the issue too much. It only happens once in a while. For the people who have it almost every day, it's a very bad thing. But we're gonna solve it. But we don't wanna ruin the good opportunity for 95% of the people being able to buy their machine. And if we have the update ready in short term, in 2 weeks, then still, if with a new batch 5% of the people has the issue, they will get the update from day one when they buy the machine. So Beautiful. It would be a waste for 95% of people not to sell the item. If the number was higher, of course, we would say cut, don't sell. We're gonna solve the issue first with the inventory or whatever we need to do. But with 5%, we're gonna help the people with the 5% on the go.
And I think there's there's also, this is more on the Spreetail customer service side, but there's people who might be concerned, like, hey, if I'm going back and forth and I'm doing all these things and now I'm outside the 30-day window, this was all just a scam, and now nothing's going to happen. So on the Spreetail side, I've always jumped in when you guys need customer service support. Without naming names, there are people who have been outside their 30-day window where it takes me one email and I could say, hey, they were working with the brand, extend it out another couple days, get them their resolution. So just because there's like the 30-day that you see on Amazon, we're going to take care of you as the customer as well. So I don't want anyone to get worried that if it didn't work out, that as soon as you're outside that 30-day window, we're not going to take care of you. We'll treat you like you're within that window until we get this issue resolved. So that'll be our commitment on it.
That's good to know. And do people that run into that situation, Kevin, should they reach out to you, or is that a known sort of exception?
Please reach out to me. I have a lot of faith in my customer service team. They're great people. They're well trained, but they're trained on thousands and thousands of products.
Yeah.
And anyone who's ever had to do like an escalated customer service issue knows that if it's like a really serious thing, not just hey, this arrived 3 days late, I want $10 off. But if it's a really escalated thing, it's not necessarily the first person that has the answer. It could be the second person or whatever. What I could say is anyone who's reached out to me directly, they've gotten their issue resolved the way they want it resolved. The only issue I haven't been able to solve is how to ship a 90-pound box to Hawaii. So that's the one issue that I've fallen short on. Outside of that, I'm happy to help all you guys out. Obviously, I appreciate the business. I want to make sure you're taken care of.
And I found this interesting too. So, I'm sure you're kind of just using a round number, but if it's only 5%, it happened to be unfortunate that some people that have a platform like Kevin, like me, like Mike B, like, some other folks that are out in the community, Israel, just happened to be ones, in that 5% that had a problem. And obviously then our voices get amplified. So it was sort of an unknown just how big the problem was or wasn't.
Yeah, I understand. The 5% is based on the tickets we get. So if there are more people with the issue that don't send the ticket in, then we wouldn't know. But I think when you have this issue, you send a ticket in.
Yep.
So maybe it's 1% more people who just switch off and on, and it works again. I don't know, but if the issue is bigger, we know from experience, you get the complaints, you get them.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the number we have currently,
Well, if
and
you're-
already for a while.
Well, if you're just tuning in with us, we've been chatting with Peter from Iconic Arcade. It sounds like the big takeaways are we're highly confident that the software fix is in its final stages. Currently trying to work with the Pi team on how do we broadcast the new code. And Peter, you made a commitment to the group, everyone here, anyone listening later, that you guys are going to fix it one way or another. If that's a software update, if it's them sending you a monitor with the software update because the update couldn't get broadcast according to the schedule you needed, whatever it sounds like there's that firm commitment from you on behalf of the brand, right?
100%.
All right.
That's how we deal with things like this.
I know some people
Always.
were sort of, in hindsight, concerned about how long it took to get to this point. Was it an issue of feeling like, well, we don't know for sure that many people have it? Maybe it's just a one or two off kind of scenario. Like, did there need to be sort of enough people that had it before you started looking at it, or it just took a while to diagnose?
No, it took a while to diagnose.
Okay.
Immediately with one case, we started investigating.
Huh.
So we
Okay.
started from day one. It started with the audio, 1 or 2 at the audio, and then it started with the screen. But we already started from day one with the investigation.
Okay, that's good to know, because
Yeah.
it was sort of unclear for a while how, and I know there were some kind of workarounds, but they didn't really last. They wouldn't work for more than whatever 3 or 4 days, and then it would go back to not having
Yeah.
audio, and so people were kind of unsure if it was really even being worked on. So it's good to know
Yeah.
that you
Oh, yeah.
were doing that.
Yeah, it was. And maybe if I look back, we should have been communicating this earlier. I know many people have been speaking about it. Kevin had been speaking about it, what we were doing, but it might have been better to be on your show earlier to explain what we are doing and where we are in that stage. So that's why.
That actually came up. People were asking if there could be information on the patches and what updates are getting made and stuff. And I think this is one we brought up before, where your website would be the best place for these things. Where if there's a known issue, just get in front of it, put it up on iconicarcade.com, even if it's just like a news bulletin or something, just so people have a source of truth. Otherwise, it's everybody talking about it. Last question. I know Mikey Yoon asked this twice now, so not skipping your questions.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I wanted to get to it.
Yeah,
Make sure
yeah.
we were done talking about the resolution to the issue part before we moved on.
Yeah, but I think that the next big question then is, do we have a timeline on online play? I don't know if you were ready to talk about that at all, but do we have any idea what the timeline looks like before people are able to kind of get on and take Moat down one-on-one? I know there's a long line of people ready to do that.
Yeah, I wasn't ready to talk about that.
That's fair.
So-
That's fair.
So, but I'm happy to join again next week to answer questions there if you like.
All right, so let's take that as a follow-up then. We'll bring Peter
Yeah,
on
or-
next week and talk about
Whenever it's-
online.
Yeah.
Get us
Fine.
some sort of update, because I think the big emergency is taking a lot of the air out of the room. That's what people are talking about. But then on the side, people who haven't had that issue are like, well, what about my online play?
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're not having to
Yeah.
address this issue. They're just kind of like, oh, well, what about the rest of us? You
I mean,
promised this and hope
yeah,
for,
Yeah.
You guys have seen me play live. I could have whooped Moat multiple times already, but I just haven't had the opportunity. So having him
Yeah.
muted backstage is quite a treasure. I just love it so much.
No, but really happy to join again next week. If you don't want to see me every week, we can do it 2 weeks later, whatever you prefer. But then I'm ready.
I'd love-
for the
Perfect.
question.
I'd love to see that, and we're certainly going to get a lot of people asking, because it'll be right around the corner. They're asking, can you tell us anything about the 80s titles that are coming up, the next titles? Can you give us any clues, any hints? And whenever you're ready to talk about it, there are a lot of people just salivating, because a lot of people don't have the problem. They just want to talk about what's next.
Get it. There was a question. If I can, who was it?
That asked about the '80s titles. I mean, there were a lot of people, but Vic Vicious was one
Oh
of
yeah,
the ones that I
yeah,
saw.
that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Well, three titles. I cannot confirm, but let's say around 1 month later, you will get an announcement.
There you go.
All right.
Right?
Announcement.
If Kevin approves, because he needs to approve everything we do.
When I can hear Gigawing again, I will make an announcement. That'll be my commitment to you, Peter.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I'm
as
right
soon as
there
I can
with
hear,
you.
as soon as I can hear Gigawing on my iconic, then I'm ready to announce round 2.
I turned it on yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, son of a!" It's the same thing. I couldn't hear anything. I'm like, "Oh, there we go again."
There we go.
Yeah. Oh well.
Oh, Uncle Fester, come
He
on,
was
B.
busting your chops. Thanks,
Busted
Bill.
my chops.
Yeah. Well, no, I really appreciate you coming on, Peter. I know hearing some of the stuff, especially, I was very vocal about the situation when I had it because I felt like it wasn't being talked about a whole lot. And I know that wasn't the easiest to hear. And coming on to a show like ours, especially with people that have had the issue, not everybody would do that. So I really appreciate you just making the time, especially at 2:42 in the morning or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
with pleasure, and thank you for the invite. And well, Paul, you're like me. You have an issue, you think, I know somebody in that company. I know a shortcut. I go to the person I know, right?
That's right, right.
But
But I
all-
mean, that's
well,
we try.
yeah, I know. I do the same. But mainly, it does help. But I got it, and I understand the frustration. We understand the frustration, and yeah, as I said, that's our promise. We're gonna serve everybody, and solve it for the people with this disappointment. We're gonna make them happy.
Well, and I
Beautiful.
think it's one of those things too. I keep telling people, I keep looking at it and saying, "Man, what a beautiful cabinet! I can't wait to play that."
Yeah.
It's such a cool
Yeah.
product. I just want it to be right because it's so cool. I mean, all the great reviews
Thank you.
for people that it's working for. I can't wait to be in that same mind space where I can just look at it and feel like, yes, this is exactly what I wanted out of this type of cabinet, and we're so close.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
close.
Thank you very much.
Well, Peter, thank you for joining us. Look forward to. I'm going to hold you to it next week. We'll look for an online update next week and see what you've got to share there.
Yeah,
And
no
then
problem.
ready to get past this hump and get to the future. So
Yeah.
thanks for joining us.
Thank
we
you,
look forward
guys.
to chat with you again, my friend.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you, and thank you all the audience for joining.
Perfect.
We'll talk to you soon.
See you soon. Bye bye.
Bye. Oh my goodness. Well, there's answers.
Yeah, I mean, it's about as straightforward as you can get. I mean, it's coming soon. Just have to do some more testing. But I feel like we have a timeline now, which is good. Before it was kind of just we knew there were things being tested, but we didn't really know how far out we were looking. So,
Right.
yeah, and we didn't know, or at least I didn't know necessarily that it was isolated to the extent that it was. Because before it was a little bit of like, well, maybe there's some HDMI interference, maybe there's something with the Pi build or something going on there. Some people had even been given instructions with like the speakers themselves, things like that. But to know, yes, it's the monitor. Okay, so now we're now I've got it isolated, so we can do something. That's good, and I hope it's just send a software update and it's that easy. That would be fantastic, because these are these are big machines. Are lugging this thing around, getting into things and having to do whatever. It's a bit of a pain. So I hope it's an over-the-air update. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be ideal. And at the end of the day, it sounds like they're going to stand behind the product and they're committed to making sure everyone's issue does get fixed, whatever that entails. So
Yeah,
I guess that's what you can ask of them at this point, right?
Yeah, and I feel like it's a responsible thing to say we're not gonna focus so much on what's next until we get this resolved.
That's the way that's you got to do that, right? Like otherwise, it looks like you're just brushing it under the rug. Even if you have the same number of people working on it, if you move to that next project and start promoting that before your first project is fixed, it just doesn't feel right. So
Yeah.
well, I think that was. I mean, I appreciate him being able to jump on and being able to talk through it. And it sounds like he maybe will give us some updates on online next week. That would be cool. That'd be cool. To hear about.
Yeah. I think we can just check in and see if he's ready to talk about that. But it sounds like at least an update anyway isn't too far away. So that would be good. And I think it's one of those things too that for people that don't have the problem, they initially heard, "Hey, we hope to have online play ready by day one," and obviously,
well, there was a pretty hard commitment to the day one online. I mean that was.
It was out there.
That wasn't a soft sell. That was a hard sell that was going to be available day one. So that definitely needs to be on the priority list for getting. It's been a bit now. It's definitely been a bit.
I mean, well, and here, Kev Gray is, he's not wrong. It talks about it, and so I get it, and I. Yeah, if I was an online player and I had a working cabinet, I'd be like, "What are we waiting for? I don't have any of these problems. Just give me the thing I paid for."
Right.
So I get it. And this comment too about hilarious how secretive these companies are. I mean, I think the one thing that Peter sort of acknowledged was it would have been good to have acknowledged the issue up front, or at least closer to up front, and say, "Yeah, we know a small number of units have this problem. We're investigating it. Here's what we're doing. Here's what you should do in the meantime. Here's how we're going to keep you updated." And it didn't really happen that way. I mean, we kind of have, someone in the community, through John, who does interact sometimes with people. But that's not always necessarily on a regular cadence. It's not always necessarily through, we'll call quote unquote official channels. So I think there's room for improvement there. And I think he kind of acknowledged that.
Yeah, I think, what I want to push like whatever company it is to be using their official platforms for giving those updates, right? Like if you promise a deadline, if you miss a deadline, go on your site, go on your Twitter, like whatever your official communication platform is, like go on there. There's news that just needs to be officially released. You know what I mean? And not shared with some people who then are expected to go out and,
especially when it's a customer service issue. It's one thing if it's like a new product announcement and you want to do it through this channel or this medium or whatever, but when it's something that affects your customer who's already paid for a product, then I feel like that should be a consistent kind of communication. But Steps here was saying, sort of anecdotally, it felt like that 5% number was way low. And I think, and I'm going to say this obviously being someone who was probably among the most vocal, I think it's like one of those scenarios where you don't always hear from the people who have something that's working correctly. You may hear very often and loudly from people who are having problems. So in my case, obviously, I was right there to say, hey, what the, and we spent, half an episode on that, and then I kind of blew up from there. So, I don't know, obviously, what the actual quantity is, but I feel like probably those of us that have had problems are just being more vocal about it.
I think that's, you're right about that. If I have the product pulled up right now and I look at our actual issue rate, it's within a normal customer service issue rate. So like the number that Peter shared, that lines up with what I see with all the sales. So
that's interesting. Okay.
So yeah.
There's some other questions. Well, I saw one. I wanted to back up a little bit because it related to pricing, and obviously that's your neck of the woods.
That is my neck of the woods. I do not see a world where the iconic arcade is at a $399 to a $499 price point. I mean, first off, where they're only doing, as far as I know, unless something changes, they're only doing the 9/10 scale,
right?
With the full size monitor. So that right there kind of precludes you.
Well, and I don't see,
price point.
And I don't see it getting any smaller either. I mean, they've been talking about some other options that wouldn't that wouldn't be talking about going smaller. And some titles, you know, if they needed a bigger monitor or whatever, you physically can't fit a wider monitor in the existing cabinet because they're using that widescreen with the bezels. So then you got to start talking about, well, do you make it an inch wider? You know, do you do this or that or whatever? So, yeah, I don't see it getting any smaller or more cost efficient, effective, whatever you want to call it.
No, well, that's not going to be the market that they're playing in, right? They're going to be going with more niche titles, as close to arcade accurate as they can get them. You know, it's not going to be the mass market $3.99 price points. You saw how Arcade went up when they were doing like the Peasantcades and stuff like that.
It's a totally different, just different kind of product. But this is kind of interesting, and I don't know. I feel like that would even make costs go higher. I don't know.
They're not going to be physically in stores now.
Not physically, but would you start selling through the online?
Yeah, so Best Buy is one we sell on. Wayfair is one we sell on. Those spin up a little bit slower because they're drop ship sites, so you have to like negotiate a price with them, and then they agree to sell it. So you'll see those eventually. Whether or not they'll have the best price on the web is a totally different story. But I know some people have like the credit cards or whatever else for those sites, and that's the reason they want to shop there. So yeah, those sites will be coming.
Well, speaking of which, that just reminded me. I wanted to mention this for people who haven't seen it yet. You do currently have a $7.99 price point, which was sort of hinted / promised a little while back on the VMI Innovations site. That's a retail site.
Yeah, I told people I'd get it down to $7.99 this week, so I got it down to $7.99. That said, I wasn't really expecting to overhype that until the issues are resolved. You know what I mean? Same as like promoting the next title.
Well, I'm hyping it. You're not. So there.
Stop hyping it.
Take it off the screen.
Yeah. So for people who were already waiting and they said, hey, this week it would be $7.99. It is on the VM Innovations website at $7.99. Just be aware we're still working on the software bug, so you could be within that percentage that has an issue.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough. I mean, the good thing is, hopefully, by the time if people are ordering it, it doesn't sound like it's too far out from having a solution in place. And it'd be great if it was a patch. Yeah, Jay's kind of saying that, you know, it's coming soon. Yeah, Biggie says, tell us why online is being advertised. Well, I mean, I'm still under the assumption that it's coming. It's just a matter of when. Pieter sounded like he'd be ready to talk about it in a week or two.
Yeah, it sounds like it's on the roadmap for them to get on there. So if it turns out that that's not going to be the case, then we can update it. I thought I took online out of all the bullet points, so I'm kind of surprised. I'm actually looking it up right now. Because when they first came out, there was a bullet point that said there was online play available.
I don't even remember.
I found it.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. There was one that would specifically said it. Then there's another one that's saying effortlessly assemble and instant play, gather friends online. So
I take issue with the effortlessly assemble.
Effortless assembly and instant play.
Except for the wires.
Yeah, no, that. I had removed that from the bullets. And how did it get into it? So anyway, yeah. I mean, that's a good call out. I'm going to go ahead and take away the online piece until that is.
Yeah, I mean, Jason says online play is on the box. I mean, yeah, there's no getting around that it's a promised feature. It just is. It was. So it's gotta be delivered. That's the bottom line to that.
Excellent.
Yeah. Giovanni had an interesting question. I don't know if you know that offhand. which state had the most orders? I would assume it correlates roughly to population, but is it New York? California, maybe?
I do not have that data point in front of me. I'll have it next week.
Get out the spreadsheets.
Get out the spreadsheets.
So there's been some, I've been kind of just watching the chat. There's been some debate about like, is that 5% number, is that sort of BS? Is it not BS? And again, a lot of people are saying, hey, everybody I know has had these problems. Well, not everybody I know has had these problems, but some of us certainly have. It could be that there are people who never sent in a ticket, and they should. I think you can only report the numbers that have been reported to you. So right.
if 20% of people have had the issue, but only 5% of people have put in a ticket, we see 5%. That's what I'm seeing on my side. That's what Pieter sees on his side.
Yeah.
And on my side, I'm seeing all the customer service issues. So
I don't know why you wouldn't, because the more people that would put in a ticket, the more that would get elevated as an issue. I mean, not that it's not elevated already, but I don't know why you wouldn't do that. So,
well, and I'd also go out on a limb and say that the people who are having an issue are probably talking about it, whereas the people who aren't having an issue probably aren't jumping in a chat every day,
exactly,
saying, "I still don't have an issue with mine." I mean, it's
right. Yeah, because why would you? I mean,
right,
yeah,
exactly.
He probably came in late, but we were talking to Pieter from Eldohm earlier. He's kind of the main man, so to speak, and he gave us the rundown on what they're doing and how soon it's going to be. So you might want to go back and just watch that part of the show later, but not long.
Not long.
Yeah. Everyone I know who has one has this issue, including you guys. Well, there's at least probably half a dozen people in the chat who said they don't have an issue. So, not everybody here has that issue. Told us nothing. Well, I would disagree with that, Biggie, because now we know that they feel it's isolated to the monitor. Before, it could have been several things. Could have been the HDMI cable. That was a theory for a while. Could have been something with the Pi build. That was a theory for a while. Could have been something else. We don't. Some people had speakers replaced and stuff like that. We didn't know. Plus, we have I'll say at least a general time frame. It's not, well, we're looking into it, we'll let you know. Now it's, we hope to have it within next couple weeks, and we're going to keep you posted. They're going to expedite some things.
Followed up with, if for some reason that doesn't work, we'll send you out a monitor with the software already updated on it. So
right.
I wouldn't say that's nothing, Biggie.
Yeah. So that never happens to you, Bill? You don't get people just calling up to say how great your product is and has no problems whatsoever?
99% of customer service calls are just, thanking you that there's no customer service issues.
I hear most of the people that call into Comcast about their internet connection say, man, this is just so good. It's so stable and fast. Thank you, guys. My bill is wonderful, too.
Could I pay you more, please?
Oh, are you ignoring Israel?
100%. That's right, Israel. I am ignoring your email.
Man,
golly.
Wow.
I'm gonna disappear for another 2 weeks, getting my work done.
16 by 9 monitor is likely creating the issue. Well, some part of it is creating the issue. I think we know that now. It sounds like it's a software related thing that's happening, which I would have wanted to know more about the software side. And understandably, if you're not living in that world, you can't speak to it. So I get why he couldn't. But I am curious about that, because you would think they'd all ship with the same software. You would think it would be a consistent thing if they all had the same software. So, yeah, it's interesting to me. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, that would be. If there's software that was available to be downloaded, like from the website to a USB drive, I think, that could be interesting.
I mean,
that's a possibility.
They've already asked people to reflash their SD cards. I mean, if you can follow that process with everything that's involved with that, then yeah, doing a USB update wouldn't be hard.
Stanzy asking where my Street Fighter is. It's right there, bro. It's right there. End of the line.
Was it? I didn't even see it there.
Yeah, can't you see the,
Oh, there, at the very. Okay, next to the buck hunter. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That thing was sticking out to like here,
It-
like to be the cabinet behind your work desk.
Yes.
That was it was taking up some space, man.
That depth is like, I don't want to say it's a problem. It looks great when you can see the side, but if you're in a situation where you can't see the side art, you don't really want it. I mean, you don't want a slim Katie. Don't get me wrong.
You don't
but
want it. You don't want it to be too deep.
You don't want it to be like 3 feet. It's like, well, I might as well just have the real thing.
Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, it looks great over there. It doesn't necessarily look great when every time my chair goes back.
Right. And you're banging into the control deck, and yeah.
Oh, no, I don't have. I have the Alpha too.
He does,
Haven't demoted it. No steps.
Oh,
It's
man.
not demoted.
Man.
It's not demoted.
No,
It's
harsh.
the truth is I just need to lose weight so that my chair can actually sit closer to my desk. Then I can have all full size cabs behind me. But yours truly probably has another like year of GLP-1 shots before that's a possibility.
Oh,
So,
man. How often do you get that? It's like an every month
week.
thing? Every week. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Because I've been getting,
Beauty is pain.
well, I've been getting allergy shots for like 5.5 years, but I only do that every month. I don't have to do it every week, but it's still like, you know, I mean, I'm up to like 30 shots or something like that just to stay alive.
Yeah. I hate zero. And I mean zero. Oh,
He has. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I don't think it's just limited to World Warrior. I mean, we both have alpha cabs, both have problems, so.
Stanzy B's right on all these points. First off, I'm not selling the Pac-Man cab, so yeah, and also if I sat next to a biggin, I'm gonna look a little smaller. He's not wrong there. He's not wrong. Make me look slim.
Well, I mean, I personally will be very excited to get past this issue and to be talking about what those next things look like that can sit properly next to it and look good.
Absolutely.
That's going to be an exciting day when we can start going there. And Jay's got the World Warrior, and yeah, his is fine.
100% fine.
Yeah,
I don't think it has nothing to do with. It has nothing to do with whether or not it's World Warrior or it's Alpha 2. They both use the same exact monitor. It's from what they're talking about. It's gonna be monitor software. So I don't want to explain it until it's solved, because then it'll be whatever. People will dissect my lack of technical knowledge and say that I was lying just because I'm an idiot and I don't know technical stuff. So I'll just not do that. What cabinet is to my left? This one? My left or your left?
Oh, probably our left. He's probably talking about your Joust and
the
Rampage,
Joust Rampage cabinet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you miss that show, Israel?
Musta.
Yeah.
That
was
Murph Dog was asking about Hawaii.
Right. Yeah.
One of the things that we're looking at for the next round of Iconic Arcades is to ship them in 2 boxes, because that one box was a monstrosity. And also there's, when you get to like the international shipments or shipping over water, it gets either expensive or like we just don't have the, I guess you call it like contracts to handle that. So if we break it down into 2 boxes, that'll be a lot more manageable as far as shipping goes.
That's cool.
I was seeing a lot of the issues that people were having initially with like delayed shipments. I was seeing a lot of people where they would, it was supposed to ship to South Carolina, but for some reason it shipped to California and then had to ship back. And whenever I see weird shipping things like that, to me, that's like a shipping label on one side of the box, and then the little guy at FedEx is just sliding the box because he can't lift it, and your
Yeah.
label's getting scratched up or whatever. So seeing a lot of those kind of shipment errors, I was like, we should probably look at that. And with just the size of these, the Street Fighter was I think it was less than 5 pounds away from being an LTL shipment. And if these have to go LTL, like
Forget it.
it's not
We're gonna be paying
it's not an
$1,000 bucks
option
for
anymore.
these things at that point. It's
Yeah, I mean, it would be at least $150 shipping each one of them. So
man, that's yeah. I feel like we could Arcade One Up officials in the chat. We could just briefly maybe switch over to kind of what Basic Fun's doing. They're not too far out from Comic-Con. I know some folks are going out there.
heard about that.
Yeah.
That. Going out there doing some stuff, taking the pictures.
Yeah, and I think there's going to be some interesting things that people are going to see. We're finally going to get to see, this is no secret, a few Supreme titles, and like more than just one, which is awesome because every other year it's been maybe one at a club store, and that was it for the entire year.
And
you
it's a Pac-Man.
yeah, or it's some like mashup thing that you didn't want in the first place, and it's like, we went the whole year and that's all we got.
It's a Pac-Man mashed up with a Pac-Man.
Right.
Good times.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be. I mean, maybe not every title will be for everyone, but the fact that it's going to be just more than one, that's exciting, and it's going to be announced halfway through the year, not just at Christmas. So, I'm excited for that.
All right. Well, Arcade One Up official is excited as well. It seems so. That's all we're getting out of that
That is indeed,
individual. That's all we're getting. Arcade One Up is here, and they are excited.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing your excitement. With
Yeah,
us.
thanks for the quality chat there.
Pac-Man on a Tekken cab. Who leaked it? Gosh.
Maybe it's Qbert on a Tekken cab. Just
so
we're
much
just
fun.
going mashup crazy. Spoilers.
Crash Bandicoot. Day one purchase.
Hey, Steps, I had the crazy idea at one other show, and I instantly got trashed for this, and probably rightly so, but what if there was a TurboGrafx cabinet, like a Supreme or XL size TurboGrafx homage, we'll call it, because TurboGrafx never really had a proper, it was not an arcade-based console, but there were some really cool titles. Is that the stupidest thing ever because there was not an arcade precedent? And maybe it was, but I know you obviously like TurboGrafx, and I do too. So thought I'd ask. Oh, Josh, excited. Does that mean Excite Bike?
Excite Bike confirmed. There you go, guys. Josh Dendy with the inside scoop that none of us have.
Yeah, apparently.
He knows the real movers and shakers.
Steph said it would have to be a partycade with shoot 'em ups. Yeah. That could be an interesting form factor. Speaking of which, I saw a comment earlier here, Kevin. We haven't seen or talked about, we'll call them smaller than deluxe form factors anytime in the last several months that I can think of since Basic Fun really started doing stuff with the brand.
Are you telling me the community is upset that we're not making Slimcades?
No, not Slim
Is
Cade.
that what that's what I'm hearing? Gosh, put it in the chat, folks.
Did
Paul
not say that.
advocating for the Slim Cade to
Did
come back.
not ever say
At
that.
Arcade One Up official, cancel the Q4 lineup. We're gonna switch to Slim Cadies.
Hopefully some casino kids in there too.
They yearn for more casino cades. That's right. You're just mad you don't have a Wheel of Fortune behind you right now. Oh. So wait. So what? Oh, you're talking about like the small stuff?
Yeah, like literally like countercades, partycades, any of those types of. I don't own any. I'm not an advocate for them, but I know a lot of people don't have a lot of space and they like those. So
The issue with the countercade is, for the most part, people have decided countercades are like $150. Like that's what the
Right.
market has set at the countercade, right? Well,
Yep.
it cost like just because like so like the what the market has valued it at versus what it costs to make it. Like they're not married. Like that's not a healthy relationship,
Yeah.
right? So it's tough. Like I don't really want to sell them because they just it just doesn't, the math doesn't work. It doesn't math. Whereas like the 19-inch machines, like yeah, they're more expensive. So you're like, oh, you're not going to sell as many units. You're going to sell them fine. And the cost to produce it versus the cost that it can command is healthier than when you're talking about $150 countercade. It's just
Yeah. So you'd have to
there's
move a whole lot of those, and probably not at $150. You'd probably be and 200 plus.
well, right. And if they're $150 every day, then correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but everyone's going to be like, well, wait till Black Friday when they're $99. You know what I mean? So it's like you can't make money on them.
Right.
So I think that they probably could do well in like a retail store. So like if you have like an end cap with like what Kohl's used to do and stuff like that could be a successful program. But for online, they just don't make a ton of sense. So I also just don't see a lot of demand for them. Like they're cool, but not a lot of people buy them. I think they're in like a weird space size wise where it's like, think about it, you're a parent. Like what if your kid has, 2 or 3 of these and it's like, oh, I don't know where I'm going to put it in the house, or like, where do I store the thing? They left it out. I'm tripping over a countercade that was left on the living room couch. I think they're super cool. Personally, I think they're cool if I had like a bigger office space. Like it would be cool to have like 1 or 2 of them on like an office space kind of situation. I think that's where they're perfect for. But I just think it's a tough size. It's a tough cost, like price point that you have to hit. So to everyone's, everyone always gets mad at me when capitalism goes in my favor. Sometimes capitalism doesn't go in my favor, right? We always talk about supply and demand and what the market will and will not support. And sometimes they support the product and sometimes they don't. And it's just been a tough one.
Well, and I think you make a valid point that I want to make sure it doesn't get lost in this conversation, which is we've sort of been, I don't want to say trained, but we get used to certain price points for certain sizes. Meanwhile, forgetting those were 2018, 2019, 2020 prices, not 2026, with instability in the Middle East and inflation and everything else that makes things just cost more. So now it's like we're trained to expect things at one price point and disappointed when they don't hit those prices and complain about it. So the question in my mind is, would someone want that Defender Partycade, which is one of the ones I do hear about? If anybody wants that size, that's the one I hear, at a higher price point than what they paid 5 years ago. And maybe, but how many?
Well,
And
the interesting things when these like titles go out of stock for a while, then you could see some of the crazy price points that they hit on like the secondary market. And it's like, oh, like, it was commanded at a $600 price point. That could be an everyday $200, $300, item. But
yeah,
it's tough. It's just tough.
and I do want to bring this up too. This is something that Steps and I have talked about, and some other folks too. That just the fact that Basic Fun has kept that online component active. I don't know if that's going to be a feature going forward that they're going to put a lot of emphasis on. I feel like once they get it up and running, Iconic is probably going to be better suited to be the place to look for that infrastructure. But I could be wrong. I don't know what Basic Fun has planned in that regard, but Steps appreciates that it's there. So.
I think if you've already got the online, from what I understand, they're going to continue supporting the online. And for the titles where it makes sense to have online in the future, they'll have online in the future. So I don't expect that that's a feature that's going to go away. It might I could see it getting maybe a little bit more selective, where if you have like maybe if there was like a lower budget model type of idea that didn't benefit from online play, that maybe they didn't put all the Wi-Fi and everything else in there. That's speculation. I know we don't do it on this channel, but I could see like that as a business decision. But they're still supporting the online. Oh, look, I was actually right for once. Yes.
Confirmed.
Yes. I had to take 2 weeks off to formulate one thought, and I got it out, Paul.
Nailed it. You know who else nailed it? Josh Dendy.
Josh Dendy, always there. Risers are like Legos. Kids love Legos. Murph Dog had a question about replacement parts.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have the Fast and Furious gas pedal brake or not as a replacement. I know that they do have a lot of Basic Fun did get a lot of the replacement part like inventory that Arcade 1-Up had available domestically. So I know they have capabilities. I don't know specifically which things are available.
Depending what your inclinations are, Murph Dog, you might want to check out some of our friends to the north who like to buy stuff. And because they have some nice pedal modifications that are a little better than what you'd maybe get from the standard units, so might be worth checking out. Let's see.
It sounds like Steve's Retro Gaming is saying install the Thrustmaster mod.
Yeah, there's right. There you go. Yeah.
Or you can reach out to Arcade 1-Up Official if you would like to give them an opportunity to fix your machine for you, or you can upgrade it.
Well, upgrade's worth it in my opinion, but yeah.
That's I mean, to me that's not pirating software. That's a fine upgrade to make to the machine.
Yeah.
No reason, we don't no need to tiptoe around that.
That's true. I had the original software, but just the hardware upgrades they work well. You actually take the off the shelf pedal kit and you just basically turn it upside down and you swap the springs so that your accelerator and brake pedal have the right feel, and it works great.
Huh.
But yeah.
I'll have to check that upgrade out.
It's a nice little mod, yeah. Now this is interesting. PBJ Racing says he had an issue with Fast and Furious out of the box. Support could not help with parts, specifically the pedals. So that's interesting. I wonder if that's a temporary thing or if they just did not get any. Well, there are other options. I would definitely look into that.
Provolone Joe made a good point there too.
Catch up with that.
Talking about quartercades, New Wave Toys, they kind of took over that counter space.
That's true.
They make some really, really nice reproductions.
They're different though. They are reproductions, and I don't know how much you really want to play on those, but.
Well, quartercades, you can hook up a console controller.
Oh, well,
they have the console controller for it, right? So you get the kind of authentic looking ornament, if you will, that you could play if you had little itty bitty fingers.
Yeah, let's see. Well, we did a poll about this. Yeah. I knew there was a poll a few weeks ago on this. Yeah, did we ever post the results? I don't even know if we did.
I don't think we did post the results.
Maybe I was negligent in doing that. Well, from what I recall, and it might take me a little while to find, but I think UMK3 came out pretty far ahead.
There was a good margin there.
Yeah,
there was a good margin on the UMK3 ahead of Mortal Kombat 2.
I'll have to look that up. Maybe I can repost that on our page if I can find it. But yeah, it was decent.
Yeah, a bunch of people jumped in on that poll too. That was a fun one. I'm always curious what people think.
It was interesting to me because I don't think UMK3 is as well known in the sort of popular psyche, so to speak. So I didn't expect it to do as well as MK2, honestly. But I think people were just ready for something different. So, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, Prevalent Joe says you can definitely play a quarter arcade. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so MK1, cool, thanks. Everybody
Sold.
wants MK3, so let's give him MK1 without Dana Pacino on it. Yeah.
Gosh.
Hubert confirmed. Well, I'm looking forward to Comic-Con to see what is actually confirmed. I think that'll be fun to report on.
Hopefully something good.
I hope so. Okay, Dyken's here. Man, we got to get you on the show one of these days. I mean, Kevin, you want somebody that will teach you something? He'll do that.
I don't know, man. I don't retain knowledge very well, so unless Keo's some sort of like master educator
It's pretty
that can
good.
get through
Pretty
that
good.
could get through to the troubled children, I don't know that anyone's up to that challenge.
He was
Not a
trying to
very-
help me diagnose some of the iconic issues on the pie side in particular. For this, he's a very knowledgeable guy and definitely had some good ideas. I don't think in this case. I mean, he didn't have access to it, but I don't think in this case it ended up being the pie. But still had some great conversations. Learned a few things along the way about that scenario.
There you go.
But anyway,
Stanzi dropping in the fake news, getting the pot stirred.
there was an MK3. There was. It was a riser-based MK3 back in, I don't know, 2020.
Yeah, but it's not scheduled to arrive in Newark on September
No,
19th.
not unless you're traveling back in time and you're waiting for your riser version.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, okay. Well,
All right.
so there you have it. I think, we just want to have Pieter on to talk about the current status of things, which we appreciate him doing. So,
More updates to come here, it sounds like, in the next week.
yeah, I hope so. And speaking of which, so you're going to be, I think, you're on vacation soon, right?
I sure am. So I'm going on vacation. I leave Tuesday. So I'm not going to be here for sure next week. The following week, I'm going to be in New Jersey. So I'm not making any promises. I have to feel like it and all those things. But I'm gonna be there. There's the arcade on the boardwalk in Ocean City that I always talk about. So if I'm down there and if weather permitting and all things being good, I might try to like call into the show from the arcade and
That'd be
just
cool.
kind of just like on the ground, like sharing my favorite spot with people. I know people are always showing off cool places that they found or whatever. So that I might do that the following Thursday, or I might take the next 2 weeks off and just have a healthy emotional and mental experience either way.
Well, while you're gone, we're going to have Pieter back and announce as many new products as we possibly can.
No, if you could if you could just do my job for me while I'm gone, that'd be great.
It's good. I'll make all kinds of promises and see what we can actually deliver.
Perfect. Awesome. All right.
So there you have it. Kevin will be away. Let the conspiracies start.
There we go. Everyone have a great week. We'll talk to you when we do.
All right. We'll see you guys.
See you guys later on.